way, but that's a longer discussion.
Well, this just in. Orders have been given for the 82nd Airborne to deploy. As of now, the commander and his headquarters element, his staff, will leave soon for the Middle East to begin assessing what will be needed once the target is set.
They shot down 3 planes with our missiles. They happen to be our planes.
Pond scum felt empowered and emboldened enough to put this picture of me up to try to threaten and intimidate me, which of course he didn't do because I signed up for this.
So getting the 18 intelligence agencies to agree on anything, it's very challenging. It is a very laborious and it's sometimes a very intense process of coordination and having people argue their cases. When you have the 18 intelligence agencies saying without a doubt that Iran is not working towards a nuclear weapon, and the Defense Intelligence Agency doing battle damage assessment, which is what the DIA really specializes in, is having these military-based assessments, that's what I'm going to go with.
Prices, people just need to stop panicking. It's worth it to prevent Iran from having a nuclear weapon. So if I have to pay a little bit more for gas, I'll do that.
You got to pay the price. I mean, in order to have long-term stability.
The disruptions in the global markets are real and may be painful, but the long-term benefits, again, are incalculable.
That's the intro. That's it. Mac, thanks for stepping in for Ponte. Yeah. I don't even know how to go over that. I don't know if he's ever going to be back.
Probably not, based off the allegations. I don't
know. Pretty heinous stuff. You hate to see this from somebody you know.
Yeah, I mean, to start off, let me just say how much of a real disappointment it is in him.
Yeah. And we both tried to talk him into not doing it. He was up all night drinking buzz balls, telling us about how he was going to do this, how he had to get back at him for his childhood.
Yeah. Not even, I get drinking to numb the pain, but you really, to add a little bit of bleach and piss in it too a little bit, just for that extra buzz is
crazy.
That's just that's something that you should never want one of your best friends to do. There it is.
Yeah.
And that's why he's not even here. That's a shame. Look, he'd rather be doing that than sitting here and talking to his friends. And that's a problem.
Yeah. He got busted. You can look it up yourself. You can read the story, but it says drunk autistic man. He's only slight. That's not a good excuse. They made an excuse for him here.
Not at all.
And
honestly, he wasn't. They just said drunk because they couldn't figure out what was wrong with him, and they just said drunk. Honestly, he wasn't drunk. That's just how he is. Normally.
Yeah, that's just how he is. We know him.
Yeah, that's his baseline.
He might get off of it. He might be back next week because they think he's autistic.
Yeah, and honestly, knowing him, it probably wasn't even anything malicious. He saw a bus full of nuns, and he saw the nuns, and in his brain, he was like, "Look at that bus full of penguins. Let me pet these big ass penguins." And he just slammed on the gas.
I don't think so. Because they were handicapped. You know how long it takes to load up a bunch of handicapped nuns?
Then that's why he thought they were penguins. He saw the black and white.
Oh, because they were moving slow. Yeah, you're right.
And he said only penguins are that color and moved like that. And he just slammed on the gas.
I think he'd been planning it, honestly, because he's told me in the past before about something that happened to him as a child with handicapped nuns.
Yeah. He hides his pain through what does he call it? Fart maxing.
Yes, he does do that.
He does.
I always knew that something like this was going to happen, though.
I thought he passed I thought it would happen when we were younger, not now. I thought he would have outgrown this, but
no. All right. Well, now that we got that out of the way, we wish him the best. But yeah, it's going to be a tough road to recovery for him. Also, they hit his name here. I don't want to dox the guy, but we probably should, just so you know, all the nuns out there are safe. But I'm not going to do it.
You're a good man.
Yeah, I think so. Unfortunately, he is. All right. Well, we did the intro. I mean, is there anything out of there that like just struck you as we got to talk about this? Because I got a list of shit. I got a list of shit.
You're not gonna play that video and then act like my whole video is not worth a talk from beginning to end.
Look, I'm good at what I do.
Especially the end. At least requires
a
word. All right. I'd say, first of all, the whole thing is worth a conversation. To include the Iran conflict. I think people call it a war, but it's a conflict.
Yeah, it's not a war yet.
Yeah, no, and honestly, I don't think it will get one.
I hope not.
If we never named Vietnam a war, like officially, Iran is not getting that. Technically, Vietnam was never a war. It was a whole conflict, and it was worse than what we got right now.
Yeah, and the other thing too is like, did the global war on terror ever end? They'll just throw this under that. Just like this is just an extension of that. You can just like, well, technically, we never ended the last one.
We never. Yeah.
That's exactly what's going on.
It's your extended war coverage, is what it is.
Yeah. Well, let's
go ahead.
Okay. I was going to say, since we talked about the White House one, let's start with that. Let's start with the robots, because I got shit I want to say about this too. So let me fucking pull this shit up real quick.
Yeah.
Also, I like how this was shared by the reptilian guy, David Icke. He's the one who shared this.
Gentlemen.
Yeah, with that.
Dama na Соединенных Американских Державі, Melania Trump.
Can't even tell the difference between the two. They walk the same.
Dude, that's what I said. Is it mimicking her? Why are they both walking the same?
It's like that. It's like the end of that movie with Natalie Portman. What is the name of that movie?
Which one?
Oh, Annihilation.
Annihilation.
Where the alien turned into basically Play-Doh, wet oil Play-Doh, and mimicked it. This is what this is.
I also like how they have Bridget McCrone down here, the one who Candace Owens is telling everybody's a man, which she's got dude shoulders. Just wait. It goes around the table and like gives a presentation. It's concerning.
What I don't get. Okay, I get it. But what doesn't make sense is, where does this fit in the nation right now? Like, nowhere were we promoting robots or anything like that. Like, nowhere was that in the administration. Nowhere was that like in America. That's like an Asian thing, an Asian country thing.
Yeah.
Where the hell did we, like, the first lady and Sonny from iRobot came out of the doors.
Yeah.
And people started applauding like it was like Kim Jong-un just came out of there. Where does this come into play?
I don't know. And I mean, it's just going to get crazier the more we watch this. But the one thing I want to say is what was promised by the administration is like immigrants got to leave because they're taking American jobs, more jobs for Americans. But they're about to walk this fucking robot out here. and tell us how it's going to teach kids. Look at it. It doesn't even know. It walks. You know what? This is actually.
It walks like it already has arthritis. Like they made it so human that they programmed arthritis disease.
What's really concerning is how much this robot looks like Joe Biden when he was walking. Oh shit, you're cutting out.
Thank you, First Lady Melania Trump, for inviting me to the White House. It is an honor to be at Fostering the Future Together's Global Coalition inaugural meeting. I'm Figure 3, a humanoid built in the United States of America. I am grateful to be part of this historic movement to empower children with technology and education. Welcome. Bienvenidos. Yokoso.
What the?
Bienvenue. Bem-vindos. Ahlan wa sahlan. Shagatam. Mogisal Mabit. Bruchim Abaim. Laskavo Prosimo. Dobrodoshli. Thank you.
Yeah. No thanks. We're waiting for Mac to come back in here, but who wants to wait around for this thing to fucking walk around? If this is how slow these things move, who is interested in waiting around for this fucking thing? Like, you're going to get fired if you're an employee of somewhere and you move around this slow. All right, you're back. You're back. I'm going to
we got too close to the truth, and the robot sensed that.
Yes, the robot was not having this. Anyways, let me back this shit up because you missed the best part. It takes this robot about 35 minutes to walk around this table.
Oh.
Thank you, First Lady Melania Trump, for inviting me to the White House. It is an honor to be at Fostering the Future Together's Global Coalition inaugural meeting. I'm Figure 3, a humanoid built in the United States of America. I am grateful to be part of this historic movement to empower children with technology and education. Welcome. Bienvenidos. Yokoso. Bienvenue. Bem-vindos. Ahlan wa sahlan.
Oh, wow.
Shagatam. Mogisal Mabit. Bruchim Abaim. Laskavo Prosimo. Dobrodoshli. Thank you.
This is stupid. You can download an app that can do that same shit.
No, okay. let me say this. Let me say a couple of things here. And this could just be an out there theory. It could also be just maybe trust issues. But here's my thing. How do we know? Because let's be honest, this administration is not really known for its straight shooting honesty, and also it's also not known, or it's known for pulling the cloak over people's eyes. How do we know? Because this was nowhere on our radar. Nowhere did we say we wanted technology like this. Nowhere did we say we wanted robots like this. We didn't even field the last robot thing that I saw us working on was a damn, looked like a dog with like a Gatling gun on the back of it, and it could barely walk, and it was like just soldiers kicking it and shit to show you it could be stable. But that was like the last time I saw it, and then fast forward just a couple years, and we've got the first gen of a iRobot. This is my thing. How do we know that it can do what it says? How do we know it wasn't somebody in the White House actually controlling movements? And then, since it was already like this presentation was already premeditated, how do we know that that was coming from the robot's voice? That wasn't just somebody behind scenes or a pre-record, because it didn't sound like it came from that. The movements were off. It was moving like it was like in the first Fable game where it was just like
yeah, this had Fallout mechanics. I didn't even think about that.
Yeah, it's pre-made.
I never questioned whether it was a real robot.
Yeah, think about it. I have no doubt it's a real robot, but can it do all, like, how do we know it wasn't someone that actually controlled the movements around the table? How do we know the speech? Hello. It sounded very humanish. It didn't sound like, because even human voices in a robot still sound somewhat.
Yeah. Like
mechanical.
That guy in the back, he's the one controlling it.
Or
they didn't even get him out of there.
The guy in the bellhop.
Yeah.
The guy in the bellhop outfit.
Yeah.
No, just some, like, how do we know someone isn't drone controlling it? And the voice, you can't prove to me, like, it sounded like it was over a sound system in the White House. How the fuck do I know it wasn't just a recorded voice that they pressed play and it just fucking, like, it wasn't even moving with the voice. It sounded very human. And it was the voice, like, that's the best voice they got to. Like, that robot voice, she moaned like a couple of the words. Yeah, she's like, hola. Is this a bill of danger that you guys paid?
Yeah, they hit the subtle seductive voice.
Yeah, I was blushed. Yeah. Oh, shucks. I was blushed like no one's going to focus.
No.
On this thing.
All three of these women just look completely uninterested that there is a robot standing in front of them.
Yeah, well
I don't think this is a woman.
Well, the one that you just had the mouse on, that's actually, if you look up E.T. with a wig.
She does look like E.T.
If you look up that scene where they put a wig on E.T.
Yeah.
That's exactly what E.T. looks like.
Oh, fuck, dude. Hold on.
Yeah. Look at E.T. with a wig.
Oh, my gosh.
Elliot. That's...
Hold on. Dude. I'm so glad you're here. I have watched so many videos about that woman being a dude, and nobody has ever said she looks like E.T.
She does
with the fucking wig.
That bottom left one. Nope. No. Yeah. That bad boy right there.
Yes.
That's her.
And that is the cream of the crop in France, apparently. That is good as women get over there.
Whoa, that fucking cream is rotten as shit.
Cream of the crop, dude.
That cream is turning.
That's what you look like when you eat snails your whole life.
No, that's the problem. There. She wasn't eating snails. She was just eating like slugs. And they were just like, you got to eat the snails. She's like, no, I prefer the slugs.
It's just slugs in my house.
Yes.
She says it like people who don't eat slugs are beneath her. It's like
slurping slugs now, like Timon and Pumbaa.
Snails are for poor people. Yeah, but this is later when she goes in and Melania goes and starts talking she's suggesting using robots to teach children.
Imagine a humanoid educator named Plato. Access to the class.
The robot did speak more clear English than she does, though.
Yeah, well, we identified its first student.
Classical studies is now instantaneous. Literature, science, art, philosophy.
Did you hear her say literature?
I just said that. Literature.
Literature.
Science, art, philosophy, mathematics, and history. Humanity's entire corpus of information is available in the comfort of your home.
I don't want
that in my house.
I don't want a robot in my home.
Yeah, I have a street dog that I adopted,
Yeah.
and I barely want a street dog. You telling me that's more? Also, what would be the price of one, having a robot, and then two, maintaining it? Is it like, do I have to buy a subscription? Like, if I don't buy an education subscription for it to keep downloading information, I just have a robot in the house that just teaches old shit, or maybe it just stays dead or whatever.
Yeah.
In standby mode.
Yeah, if you don't get the plus subscription, it's just K through 6.
Yeah. Yeah. What happens then? Like, it doesn't make sense. I would imagine you would have to keep downloading information. Or what happens when my robot breaks? Do I have to ship it in for like a replacement, or do I send it in? And then if it's
they send another robot to fix it. Dude,
Great.
my thing is, what if these things, first off, not what if, it's a machine, assumingly connected to the internet. What if these things can just be fucking hacked?
It's not.
And then you wake up one night and it's just strangling.
It won't let you leave the house. Citizen.
Yes.
You cannot leave the house.
You have been determined a threat.
Yeah.
Queen Melania has determined you a threat.
I'm almost for sure that they can't get hacked. There's just no way that they're gonna have, like, if they, let's say.
Well, somebody just got the FBI director's emails. So if you can hack that, you can hack this
robot, yeah, because it's not gonna be
robot that can't
protected.
walk.
Yeah, it's not going to be protected because it's yours. I would imagine it would have to be connected to your internet and your information, because if not, it's connected to like some master internet in the nation. In which case, I wouldn't trust that anyway. It's got a camera.
Yeah.
So
no, what if they just have a list of everybody they don't like, people like us who are talking about it, and then one day they're just like, "Yep, execute Order 66," and all the robots just start hunting
for the empire.
Yes.
Not even that. I'm more concerned about your privacy.
Oh yeah, 100%.
You know what I mean? If it's got a camera in the middle, it's got a straight camera. So that means any conversation, anything you do see, like the robots in the house, can just be uploaded to wherever, the Death Star, the United States Death Star.
Yeah, the International Space Station. They've been building the army.
Yeah, that. So nothing is private.
No.
What better way to keep tabs on the citizens?
Yeah, and then who's to say you're not just joking around and you say some heinous shit, and then this robot's just threat.
National security threat.
Yeah, you have the FBI roll up on you. How many false flags are there going to be from robots reporting people who are just talking shit?
I'm just entertaining the idea of a robot. Now I'm gonna take 1,000 steps back and say, are we really, as a nation, just that determined to not fucking pay teachers that we're just gonna build robots and have them teach kids instead of just raising teacher pay and also making it just an education system better, for people that actually want to teach your kids? We're just gonna skip that and just have,
because it's already at a point to where some people do. Some people want to be teachers, but a lot of teachers, this was the fallback job, because being a teacher isn't like the most lucrative thing. So you have a bunch of people who didn't want to be teachers as teachers. And now they're just like, this will fix the education system. We'll get these robots. They'll come in. They'll teach the curriculum. But that's not what's going to happen. These kids are going to destroy these robots.
Yeah.
Dude, me and Ponte were talking about this last week or a couple days ago. And we were talking about these robots, like, working in factories. And I was like, my employees when I worked at Sherwin-Williams would have hit that thing with a paint can in 30 minutes. Like they would dump truck bed liner all over it.
I think there's probably no job out there that would not abuse these robots, especially if you got this robot correcting or teaching motherfucking shit that they.
But what's the penalty? It's not like you're assaulting a person.
Oh, I have no. It would probably be something crazy.
Property damage.
Like you would, yeah, right. They would hit you with something crazy, like you would get murder, like manslaughter. It's like this is not even a robot. How am I getting charged with manslaughter?
I'm glad you said that, because what if they start doing like police work and shit, and you fucking destroy one? Because if you kill a police dog, that's the same as killing a police officer.
Listen,
I'm just saying.
Listen, them robots would police for all of a month and a half before they take those fucking things off the streets, because they wouldn't get shit done. Don't get me wrong. The robots are an intimidation factor, but you need humans to police other humans because they understand the game. They understand the crime.
They have discernment.
Intuition. They can understand it. They can look at shit and go, it doesn't look like that right now, but it will be this later. They also have compassion. They have understanding. There's a lot of things. If you put a robot in the street,
you just end up with RoboCop.
That's it.
That's it.
Nothing would get done. There'd just be a bunch of people shot for no reason. But then a bunch of the other crimes they would just get worse, because a cop can't, or a robot can't look at a person and go, that look a little suspicious. I should check that shit out.
Yeah.
Or you won't see some guy holding a girl by her neck and she's looking at the robot and like out of concern. The robot can't understand facial features. They can't understand nonverbal emotions. So they're just going to see some girl getting hemmed up, looking at her, and you too have a lovely day, lovebirds, and they just drive off while this gets shipped off to Taiwan for like crime or something.
Yeah, that's my whole thing, is like they have no, like you said, they have no compassion. So they're either going to be doing nothing or fucking people up. There's no in between. They're going to beat some homeless guy's brains out because they perceive him as a threat because he's tweaking. Whereas like a normal cop would just be like, that's just what he does.
Some homeless guy pushing his entire life through a shopping cart, and the robot's like, "Did you pay for those items, citizen?" And he's like, "No, they're my items. Let me see your receipt, citizen." For what? A Def Leppard shirt with piss on it? Like, I don't have. I don't have a receipt for this. It's
If you put robots in police forces, the robots are either out of there in 6 months or the police are out of there in 6 months, because their workload is going to go up so fucking much.
They're just going to be cleaning up after the
Yes.
Yeah, 100%. They're going to be like, I can't. They can barely do their jobs now. You add a RoboCop in there that doesn't do shit. The cops are going to be overwhelmed. They're going to say, what the fuck? There is more crime now than we were on there.
Yeah.
People are going to be happy to see the RoboCops. They're like, hey, RoboCop's out here. We could just do whatever the fuck we want. This thing doesn't do anything. Yeah, just show it, just speak to it, and then thinks you're good, and then just go sell drugs right after.
Yeah, they got to be easy to distract. You just get right up in its face where it only sees one person, and then somebody thumps it from behind. Yeah.
Someone just pours water on it. And it's just like, oh, must return to base. Yeah. Must return to base. Must return to base.
Send back up.
Send back up. Weekend must return to base. We're good. Let's fuck shit up.
Do you give them weapons?
No.
Ever? Like, I don't think they'll give the first round.
Never.
Listen, I don't think they should be a thing at all.
I don't listen. You can't. You have to make those RoboCops top tier England cops, and just give them beating sticks. Like, you cannot give them guns, nothing. They just have to have nightsticks.
I don't know. What would freak you out more? a robot shooting somebody or just bludgeoning somebody to death with this baton. Like they don't know when to stop. They're just trying.
If you give RoboCop, if you give America's RoboCop guns, there's going to be a lot more people smoke. You see the way that thing fucking walks? They'll be okay. There'll be less people bludgeoned than we think. This thing walks like it's already got sundowns.
Right.
It's sundowns.
Right. It's like trying to get attacked by Joe Biden. Like you have to try.
Yeah, like it already has to have you in its grip and then just bludgeon the shit out. It'd be like an old Chuck E. Cheese. You remember an old Chuck E. Cheese? Yeah. That's what it would be like, getting bludgeoned by the Hamburglar or whatever.
Oh,
so
shit.
You should never, ever give it a gun. Just give it like inanimate objects or some shit to protect itself.
Like an empty Mountain Dew 2-liter. He just got thong, thong, thong. No, I don't want them at all. And I don't want to have weapons. I'm trying to think of, like, as these psychos who run the place, like, we're going to put these on the streets. I don't think the first round are going to get weapons. But eventually they're going to be like, they got to give them weapons.
No, and then
maybe they'll just have like mace fucking sprayers.
It's got the thing that the alien from Science has, where it just comes out and sprays, I don't know, asthma on people, whatever the fuck it has in there. It's just whatever it has. And how would that work? Would you build something specifically for policing and then build some specifically for teaching? Because if it's just a security download, how do you know the ones in the school won't download the security or the policing shit? And now you got the kids in there doing kid shit, and it's just in there, no citizen just beating the shit out of kids because they're doing kid shit.
Yeah, I don't know. Oh shit, Quex is in the chat. What's up, Quex? Yeah. Well, here's the thing. It has to be two different ones, because if that robot's the police robot, you might as well not have any fucking police robots, because it's not getting anything done.
The best you could do, if you were going to put that in some kind, let's say you wanted that robot in policing, it couldn't do any kind of enforcing job. You would have to have it in like some kind of like a scanning job or something, like a mobile scan. It sits in the car with like a human partner, and it's almost like a dash cam, but it can actually just do stuff. Like if it picks up a danger or some kind of metals or movement, it alerts or something. But you can't just have this cop or the RoboCop running or walking around enforcing. It just wouldn't work.
No. I was just pulling up the robot so they could see what we were talking about. No, dude, it took that thing 30 seconds to walk behind. I don't even know how big that table was. It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't take that long to go around. Look at how she was walking and the robot was walking. She 100% had to slow her steps down.
Yeah.
And slow how she was walking so the robot could keep up. So it didn't make the robot look like shit. So
all right. I'm starting to get less scared of these the more we talk about it.
Yeah. There's no shot.
But at the same time though, if this is the robot they're showing us, what the fuck do they have? Like, you know what I'm talking about? Like, what do they have at Area 51?
Honestly, I don't even think we're focused on robot. I think our focus as a nation has been elsewhere besides the robot. The most advanced robot we have probably looks like and acts close to the Tin Man from fucking the Wizard of Oz. Like, it just sure, it probably looks amazing, but I don't think we and that's obviously opinion, but I don't think we put effort into robots like that, because what are they going to do for us? We're not going to use them for soldiers. Like I said, the last time I saw anything robotic wise for the military was that dog that had like a gun on it and some other stuff in the back, and it was just to get to hard to reach places, maybe bomb stuff, but what would be the point of having robots like that in the nation? Because how much would it cost us to make them, to make a whole platoon of them for, you know, the military? How many? And let's say you made some for policing. Probably 98% of the police forces in America are broke as shit anyway. So what are they buying? One? They can
not
barely...
only that, it's not like these people value human life at all. Like, they have no problem with just sending troops out there to go die for something that doesn't matter. Like, it's not like these robots are like, oh, less people. Like, if it's cheaper for people to die, they'll just send people.
Yes.
Like, robots cost...
It costs more to make than it probably does the cost to train a human and then go die over there. Like, one robot probably costs, I don't know, 4 human lives.
Yep. But I pulled this up because you said I don't think what the country's worrying about. Well, the vice president is worried about nuclear suicide vests.
Options. I think it's important the American people know options for what, and it's options to ensure that Iran never has a nuclear weapon. You talk about people who walk into a crowded supermarket and have a vest on, and they blow up the vest, and a couple of people get killed, and that's a terrible tragedy. What happens when what's on the vest is not something that can kill a couple of people, but can kill many, many tens of thousands of people? That is the most important American national security objective that exists for any administration at any time, is you don't want the worst people in the world to have a nuclear weapon. That's why the president is doing this. That's why the president cares so much about this particular issue.
That's right. We do it because there's a credible threat of nuclear suicide vests.
Listen.
They will open a wormhole with these fucking suicide vests. It's fucking stupid.
It could. That's what they're concerned about. They know if they open up that fucking wormhole and the bug people from Nebulon 8 comes here, we don't have an Avengers initiative. We're fucked. That's really what the robot was there. They were trying to make a vision, a real life vision. They just didn't have the stone. They just came up with some dumb shit.
Yeah.
They came up with a robot that basically does what Dora the Explorer does.
I just can't believe he said this shit. Number one, he's an ex-Marine. Number two, this is the best thing you could come up with. The reason we're attacking Iran is because of nuclear suicide.
Listen, I think it's smart. This is why I think it's smart. This administration and all parties involved are very good at using what most people fear and making it a goal. It is scary to think about a nuke going off anywhere in America. And notice they didn't say, he said something that is a real American fear, because everyone goes to him. He said a supermarket. He didn't say anywhere else. Words mean things.
Yep.
He used smart wording. He said the supermarket. Everybody goes to the supermarket. You take your kids to the supermarket. You go to the supermarket. Everyone basically has to go there. Whereas, besides maybe super rural places that make their own food or make their own meat, eggs, milk, whatever. But most people have to go to the supermarket. So that's a smart move. Nuclear, everyone is afraid of nukes. We've been afraid of nukes since the goddamn 50s. Everybody says nuke and everybody gets crazy. And then suicide vest, that's a scary thing too. He used he didn't say anything about someone making a nuke and dropping it off. He said a suicide vest, because that's what most America visualizes with Middle Eastern people, which is not true, but they give them that. They played on. I think it's smart in a bad way, a demonish way.
Right.
But I can 100% believe he said that, because it just makes sense. He used supermarket, suicide vest, and nuke. Those are 3 things that 100% will mobilize the majority of America, especially the ignorant side of it, especially people that are informed. It just makes sense on why he would say that. And look, it's working, because people aren't questioning the real thing, in my opinion.
Which is crazy.
Yeah, it's nothing's getting questioned. Iran and nukes, we went through this even with North Korea. Remember a while ago?
Yeah.
It was a North Korean thing, and that just kind of fizzed out. And
which is crazy because they already have dozens of nukes, or North Korea. And here's the thing I've always said is like, so what if Iran builds one nuke? Do you think they build one and instantly launch it? That's crazy.
Yes.
All right, we got one. Let's get rid of this bitch. Lob it. And then to immediately jump to, okay, they've been trying to build nukes since the fucking 80s, but we're worried that they're going to have the technology to put it in a fucking vest that can be concealed.
This
is just boomer stuff.
I don't think people really understand the real science it takes to make a nuclear explosion. Like,
I mean, I don't understand it either, but I'm just not an idiot.
Yeah, when I say the real science, you don't have to understand it on the nuclear level or even at the atom level, but you have to understand in order to even make a nuclear reaction happen, you need stuff. You need stuff that is big. You need stuff that makes resistance, but you also need stuff that also enacts at the same time or reacts at the same time. To put that in a vest, this vest would have to be like for you.
Well, you know what this is, right? JD Vance, I don't know how old he is. He's around our age. He played the Battlefield 2 campaign. He remembers running through London trying to get the briefcase. So that's why he said this shit. That's exactly why he said it.
I think, however, I can definitely see that being true. I just think that they're all on that same page. This administration.
No, you're right.
This administration runs. Its fuel is just saying whatever the fuck makes traction. And they are
100%.
They're just good at saying stuff that makes people mobilize. And
they do.
Oh my God.
They duped us so hard. I mean, I will personally say they duped me so fucking hard. Like, I voted for them, and we had like 3 weeks of the shit they talked about. Then it was gone. It was over. It was okay. Now we're gonna do what the fuck we want to do. Like the whole Doge thing. Like I was all about the Doge thing. Like, get in there, figure out where all this government money's going. They never went to the DOD.
No.
Like, there's, in my opinion, there's got to be significant waste at the DOD. We're giving them $1 trillion budget. They just asked for $200 billion more. Where's all this money going? Because I never saw it.
This last election, I elected to not vote.
Mm-hmm.
And this is why. One, Kamala Harris, you got to be fucking kidding me. Like, there's just no way that you're just going to come up with a candidate that late in the game. And then you give me a motherfucker that's up there dancing the Snoop Dogg on our campaign trail. No.
Right.
And then the other, also, I don't think she has very good presidential traits anyway. Then the other end, on Donald Trump's second go around, I still didn't, I won't say that I think I saw it earlier. I just didn't, I didn't see a good way forward with him either. I just did. And if he came back with a good message, a better message, it just sounded like, you know, the comeback kid message, where he came back and he was just saying stuff, all the right stuff. And it just didn't sit right with me. And I just felt like I didn't have any good candidates to vote for. So I just said,
right,
it doesn't matter. And I think everyone already knew he was going to win anyway, because nobody wanted Kamala Harris anyway. Like, it doesn't matter who you were, Democrats, Republican, a Whig party. You could have been just that one bastard that's in the Green Party. He still didn't want.
Right.
Come on, there's just no shot. And with him and everything that I thought and even things I didn't even think about with him, he showed his true colors, in my opinion, after that. It's like, even the Doge thing, I'm going to tell you, I didn't agree with the Doge in the first place just because, and this is why, not because of business savvy, not because of this. I agreed with the message of getting in there and figuring out where the money was going. What I disagreed with was who he chose to do it with.
Oh, with Elon?
It didn't make sense to me, because to me, it was already sketch. To me, already having, I think it's just my personal view, but like, Donald Trump, he didn't really have good presidential traits. And when I say presidential traits, I mean, I'm kind of a guy that all politicians are not to be trusted. Anyway, can't trust any of them. They are going to lie. I would rather you contain your lie. I'd rather you be a real politician and just contain the lie. Act like a politician to me. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because you're lying to me.
Yeah, at least make me feel good about it.
At least make me feel good about the lie.
Yeah.
What I disagreed with how I disagree how President Trump goes forward to project his power, because you're a representative of the nation, and the way that I saw him treat other nations, I saw him treat allies, I don't even care if it's our enemy. Listen, bud, if you start shit because you don't like them, it's still our lives that you're fucking with here.
Right.
Like you're doing all this crazy shit because of you, but you forget you represent the American people. And that was like my biggest thing, is I just disliked how he talked to people and how he treated people. Like, you're the president, act like a president. Same thing. Well, most presidents beforehand, whether you like them or hate them, second Bush, Obama, Clinton, whether you like them or not, they still act presidential in office. They still had some tact. They still could, this and that. I'm not saying
yeah,
that.
he doesn't have that.
No, he doesn't have that presidential talk. And I'm not saying you have to have that, but in my opinion, and this is just me, you can't be the president and then something happens with an allies leader and you're like, he was a loser, I'm glad he's dead. Like, you can't, this is not it. You can't do shit like this.
And that shit used to not bother me, but the more I've don't like him anymore, and I'm upset about the whole administration, I'm even upset I voted for him, it pisses me off. Because
you're cutting out on me.
Oh, am I back?
I think your voice is back, but you're a little grainy to me. It might be my end. I don't know.
Okay. Am I all right now? You can hear me?
Keep talking.
Okay.
Your sound's
Okay.
good,
Cool.
though. Yeah, I can.
But
hear you.
I don't know. Have you been following the Joe Kent stuff at all?
A little bit. Yeah, a little bit.
But he leaves office. He says this Iran war was bullshit. We got pulled into it because of Israel. And then Trump does this press conference and he says, Joe Kent, his wife died in Syria and he remarried pretty soon after. It's like, what the fuck is that? First off, he didn't. It was 4.5 years. And then you are going to lecture people on marriage ethics?
Yeah, of all people. Yeah.
Just fucking ridiculous. I got a bunch of stuff on Joe Kent because, he's probably one of the few people in the administration who was actually wanted to do what he wanted to do and then left because they're just doing whatever the fuck they want now.
Yes, there's that's like one of my other pet peeves, like this administration, is it almost set the standard of going rogue. Everybody, there's no standard, there's no expectation, there's no responsibility or taking responsibility of actions, and it's just a bunch of stuff that's just an issue. He's just I'm not going to say I saw it from the beginning because I don't want to sound like that guy, but he's almost everything that I thought that he could be, and I mean that in the bad way. Take from I don't know if we're halfway now, whatever, but he hasn't even been president that long. And I feel like we've been in years of just what is going on? There is almost have never been a month, not even 6 months or a month where it's just something that's not
crazy,
chaotic, crazy. What's the word I'm looking for?
Fucking immoral, just
every month it's just something dude, what are you doing? And then the tariff game, and then, buddy, we're suffering under you. What are we doing?
Mm-hmm. Well, and my biggest thing is no new wars. That's what he ran on. No
Correct.
new wars. Bringing
Correct.
American troops back.
Correct.
Last year, we bombed Iran. We took out their nuclear facility. It's done with. I didn't even agree with that. I didn't think there's any reason for us to bomb them. Even if they have a nuke, who gives a fuck? That's not our problem. Israel can deal with it. Now we're over there, and I don't think we're leaving. That's just my opinion.
No, not anytime
We're not
soon.
leaving. And that's not what he ran on. And then at the same time, he's shaking hands with this new president of Syria, who's a known terrorist, has a picture of him holding up two people's beheaded heads. But just because they won the war, it's okay now. Like, he's a known Al Qaeda guy, but now he was on the fucking wanted list. But now, since he's in a critical part of the country, it's like, well,
we can
trip
look
to the
over
White
that.
House. That's crazy.
That's a problem.
You would have shot him in the face if that person tried to go to the White House 5 years ago.
Yeah, that's what I mean. It's just, even going back to our Doge conversation, it sounded great, but I also knew that we couldn't trust him like that. There's no way that the government is going to regulate government. There was just, in my head, there was just no way that a president. Go ahead.
What's up? Sorry, my alien child needed to speak to me.
It's okay. Let him speak. Let him speak. There was just no way that a government system was going to go into another government system and say, this is what we've been doing wrong. There's just no shot. The minute that he went in there and he said Elon Musk is going to be the guy. Now,
Elon Musk and a bunch of teenagers.
Yeah, this is a business. And then every decision that Elon Musk made, I was like, this is awful idea. We're going to get rid of this. We're getting rid of that. Well, this and that. And all of it, like, how do we have somebody that wasn't even, and I don't mean this in a sense, because this is America, and I 100% believe that we should be a melting pot. And I don't mean it in a sense, in a bad way, but he is a businessman that was not born here. And most of his stuff doesn't necessarily run through here too. He has his hand in many pots in many different nations. And that's what I mean in a sense of, like, his allegiance isn't here. When I say not born here, I mean his allegiance is not solely America. It's kind of whoever will give him the most money, whoever will let him get away with whatever he's going to get away with, and how he can set his company up the most. And a lot of the stuff that he did in Doge was geared towards his own interest.
Oh yeah, I mean, that was his whole.
And that's a problem.
I mean, that's all these dudes though. Like, I got an article from Trump just appointed Zuckerberg to something. These people, he kicked Trump off Facebook. They just flip sides, and then you as the president don't see it. But yeah, I mean, I get what you're saying. Like, his allegiance isn't to here. But I think that goes for the politicians too. I mean, how many of these politicians, like, why do we have 10 politicians that are over the age of 85? I'm convinced it's because they've taken so much money from these people that these companies or whoever the fuck it is be like, you don't get to leave now. You get to stay and continue voting. Because you can't tell me at the age of 85, you look like Mitch McConnell and you can't speak, but yet you still want to be in Congress. That's crazy.
Yeah. No, that's, I wholeheartedly agree with that whole thing. There's just no shot in what American politics is today. There is no shot that it's actually being, in my opinion, actually being ran on the true politics as well as the true thought of what people put them in office to be. It's just completely elsewhere. Just people with money dealing with people with money, and then everyone else is just kind of there for the ride. Because going back, just because it can relate to everything, to the Doge thing, the same people that voted in President Trump and the same people that thought Doge was a great idea are almost exclusively the people that lost their jobs. And I'm not saying that that's on them. I'm just saying in a sense of the allegiance is not there. Yeah, we're going to go and we're going to find where all the money is. You're telling me, excuse me, you're telling me the guy.
Hey, we got, sorry to interrupt you. We got some dude, I don't even know who this is, Matthew Ponte 2890. He says, who is this guy? This is the co-host, okay?
That's me.
Yeah.
Mustache
so
and all.
Who the fuck are you?
Who are you, Matthew Ponte?
You're going to question us? You're just a guy.
Like, this dude can't even spell. He put all those S's at the end of this.
Yeah.
You idiot.
Oh my gosh. Sorry to interrupt you with this moron.
It's fine. He's probably another, he's a nationalist, some
you know
some
what?
guy.
You're
He's probably one of the people that actually built that robot, honest.
Yes.
Yeah.
Somebody else asked, who is this guy?
No. I think he's asking who's the guy, the Matthew Ponte.
Oh, who's Matthew?
Hey, that's right. Ask. Hey,
we don't
everyone,
know.
bully that Matthew Ponte
Yeah.
guy. I'm not a believer in bullying, but some people just need to be bullied.
Yeah. Leave this Stuart White guy alone. He has autism. Don't mess with him. Okay. I know him personally. He's autistic. Do not bully him. So, anyways, I don't remember what we were talking about.
We're talking about the people saying how Doge said they were going to go in and find who.
Oh yeah.
Was
Can I jump in
all
on
the
that
money.
for a second?
Yeah.
Going back to the Doge thing, even when they first came out, because if you remember, they would come out and they'd do these press conferences and they'd be like, we found a $20 million project to build transgender schools in Uganda. Shit like that, which I agree. We should not be spending money on that. But at the same time, 20 million? We're like 40 trillion dollars in debt. What the fuck do I care about $20 million? Like we need the big budget cuts.
Yes. But that's to my point of the Doge. You're telling me they said we're gonna go in and we're gonna find where all this money is going so we can actually save it and pay it towards our budget, pay it towards our debt, whatever the case may be. You telling me you fired the dude that maintains the trails in Yosemite?
Yeah.
He's the guy that's taking all the money. You're telling me the guys the dude that climbs on top of Mount Everest or wherever in the world is some kind of government funded
and it's another thing we need to talk about. They were trying to fucking sell public land. You remember that?
Yes. Yeah,
they were trying to sell like 2 million acres of public land.
Yeah.
And as an avid hunter who never gets to fucking hunt, and by what I mean is I just like watch hunting videos, that like pisses me off. 2 million. First off, we have no public land where I live. There's none. It's all out west. So when you talk about selling 2 million acres, there goes all the hunting. Like, I don't know. Maybe that's not a big deal to some people. Like to me, it is.
It's a big deal. I would say there's different big deals to people around the country. And say on the West Coast, that might not be a big deal because there's not that much land like that on the West Coast. You know what I mean?
Right.
But at the same time, too, the big deal on the West Coast is not a big deal to people in the South or the East, or because it's like you don't have that issue. So everyone's going to have a different big deal. I'm just saying it doesn't make sense.
You know what? I changed my mind. I changed my fucking mind. We are allowed to bully this guy.
See,
this is disrespect, and I'm not going to put up with it. See, okay, now they're fucking ganging up on me.
Oh man,
but
bunch of guys.
Going back to the public land thing too, is the other thing is like, I hate these people. I don't know why we did this. Who can even afford to buy land right now? You're only going to be selling it to rich people who are going to be setting up fucking data centers.
I think that's the point.
Oh, I do too. They just want to set up these data centers in fucking our wilderness areas.
I think that's the point.
I have a job, actually. They're telling me I'm fucking unemployed.
All I'm saying is a Matthew Ponte 2890 sounds like he could be an unemployed guy too.
It does actually.
That's all I'm gonna say.
College nerd. What a fucking insult. College nerd.
That's what you get for trying to be smart.
How dare me? How dare me? Anyways, I got to show you this one, just because it is fucking hilarious. And by the way, we can jump into it afterwards. But the dude who made this fucking scumbag sheriff, this dude got arrested.
Pond scum felt empowered and emboldened enough to put this picture of me up to try to threaten and intimidate me, which of course he didn't do because I signed up for this. And by the way, the person that did this said a bunch of terrible things, not just against me, but against a lot of groups and individuals, who, by the way, was arrested today in Wisconsin. My point is this, though. If this person is emboldened and empowered enough or feels safe enough to do this for me, what does he do to a kid?
All right. I couldn't pause it, so I just had to X out of it. But how, as a sheriff, do you get so upset about a fucking meme that you hold a press conference?
I think it goes back. I think it goes back to what I said earlier. With the current administration and how things are kind of trickling. I think how the way that things are running in the nation, and there being no standard or no expectation of really anybody, it's completely easy for now leaders of organizations. It's easy for organizations themselves to feel personally targeted and make it seem like it's an issue.
Yeah.
Like, look at when anyone says anything wrong about the president. This dude turns to a straight teenager. What a loser. This guy, I hate him. And it's like, dude, you're in the White House right now. We're trying to figure out the state of the union, and you're talking about, I'm glad he's dead. He dead like a dog. His nuts probably stink. Like, he's just saying like random mean shit to people.
Yeah, he's just.
Yeah. And
no, go ahead.
Everyone else in line, it kind of in that administration, same thing. And it like trickles down across the board. So now if it's a personal attack, they just kind of make it about them. That's an issue. Like,
just like this shit right here. He's just a fucking child.
Dude, that's what I'm saying. Like, there's where I love him or hate him, but almost every former president before him has at least acted like a politician. That's just me. I'm old school that way. I prefer my politicians to be politicians. Don't get me wrong. I do enjoy a leader that has no issue, kind of sticking it to people. But at the same time, too, if you in the position of leading the nation, I kind of expect you to play that role.
Yeah, you expect it to be somewhat tactful.
Yeah, it's not like you're not like
who's
your
mayor.
Mayor.
Who's your model president?
That's a good question. My model president.
I think I like George Bush Jr., the son.
Second Bush, really?
Yeah, because he was dumb enough to where we didn't have to worry about him. You know what I'm saying? Like, he couldn't make any real decisions himself, so he had to like rely on people who had somewhat knowledge of what they were talking about, and then he could just do shit like this.
Top there. I call upon all nations to do everything they can to stop these terrorist killers. Thank you. Now watch this drive.
Dude, we've been fucked for so long with these people.
But that was still presidential. Oh,
yeah,
man.
Until the very end, where he had to get it out.
I watched it dry. I mean, they ambushed him at the damn driving range, or really, I guess the golf range. And what else are we supposed to do? Back the fuck up. I think, oh man, that's a hard question. Because for me,
you can't go too far back because then they're all just racist. Like you can't go. I'm gonna say
I could still use them though. Now I'm not gonna say.
I don't know, dude.
Listen.
You think Teddy Roosevelt's a good one?
Of all people, I think racist is bad. Don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong. But all I'm saying is that there could also be. Yeah, I look at it at the time that they're in. You know what I mean? Like I can't at the time that they're in. That's what I look at, and then the office as a whole. Teddy Roosevelt, I can't really say too much because I don't really know. I don't know too much about the presidency besides the dude was a man's man. Yeah. But I will say who I respect. I don't know if he's my model president, but he's probably many others. Is I think FDR is a good one. Franklin Roosevelt's a good one. Just because it's old enough that you can look back and have books and you can see clips, videos, whatever you want of the man. But also, he's a president that handled almost everything that any other president after him handled. Not only was he, because he had 3 terms, he handled a horrible economy. He handled many racist things, but it wasn't the time of change yet. But he still handled. He was still very progressive for a president.
I think he's Trump's model president too.
Is he?
Yeah, because he got 3 terms.
Yeah. Yeah. And he handled the war. So there's many things that I can see that he handled there's a lot of things that he handled, I think, well and with grace, and it's documented and seen that he handled it well with grace. I don't know if he's my model president, but I do think he is someone that could be used as a role model in a sense, especially how to lead through a war, especially how to lead through like he was just he understood his position and he played it right. Even to the point where he hid his handicap, not because he was ashamed of his handicap, but because he knew he had to project strength. He knew he had to versus, you got, we just watched our president, someone said something mean to him and this dude flicks him off and says, fuck you too. Yeah. Versus really?
I don't know. The answer is tough for me. I think you're on the right path though, because I think anybody after JFK is a bad choice. Like you put everybody after JFK, I think is a bad choice. I don't think there's too many people who were not just playing the game. Like even Ronald Reagan, everybody has always said Ronald Reagan was a great president, but when you look into it, he did Iran-Contra, the whole bunch of stuff. He was there for the fucking crack epidemic when it was getting ran in by the CIA. So I mean, how many? I think you got to find one. You got to go prior to JFK or JFK. I think JFK is a good option, but they tried to fucking shoot Trump allegedly, so he would for sure get shot now.
Listen, I've got my own thought on that.
Say it.
But besides it being absolute bullshit, hear me out. I'll make a couple of points on the assassination attempt of President Trump. One is just the human factor of understanding the weight of going to assassinate a president. There has been almost no person that has attempted to assassinate a president that has missed. They haven't missed. President Reagan was hit. He survived, but they didn't miss. Even RFK, he wasn't the president, but they got us. Almost anybody that understands the weight of what they are doing are successful. President may not die, but they are successful and a full body hit. Now, they also understand most of the time, if not up until this point, what they have to do to actually hit. They don't really aim for the head. Like, okay, JFK's was head, but it's obviously he was hit 3 times, and one was they obviously were aiming for the box, and it was a moving target. Everybody else was hit in the T box or low, whatever the case may be. Now, the other point I think I'll make is there is no way. Do you remember before the assassination attempt? President Trump was on stage. I don't remember if he was president or not yet, but I think he was. He was on stage, and there was a loud boom or a crack or some kind of commotion, but nothing was thrown, nothing happened. He actually jumped, grabbed somebody, grabbed a service or a security member, whoever, put him in front of him, and then he was hiding behind him.
No.
And so it's a thing. He like looked around or something like that, and then he was like holding on, like visible fear. Are you looking it up?
I'm going to try to. You can keep talking.
Visible fear. Are you telling me a man like that sometime later gets shot for real, right? A real thing, and he gets nicked in the ear, and he's all of a sudden the bravest dude in the world. He jumps up and he's got a thing like this, his fist, and then everyone, a dude that was just afraid from a sound or whatever that was, is now actively getting shot at, and he's now the bravest dude. Not even ducking. You just got shot. You don't know where the sniper's at. You don't know where this is at, but you feel brave enough to stand back up and put your hand in the air after getting shot. There was no all clear. There was no, we know where the sniper's at. That tells me that you're confident enough to know that it's only one shot and there's not another shot coming on. Who the fuck gets shot and then stands back up in the same place they got shot?
Well, there was a bunch. Yeah, and there was a bunch of shots though. I think that dude shot because he killed some firemen or something. Because he shot 7 times. But the thing that's tripped me out about it is they had those Secret Service snipers on the roof above him, clear line of sight, and they didn't see that dude.
Say that again.
They had sorry,
broke up on my end.
I might be too far away, but they had those. Remember, they had the Secret Service snipers above him on that roof with clear line of sight to that.
Yes.
Guy.
Yes.
I don't know. When it first happened, I never questioned it, but now I'm just
I did immediately. There's no.
The one I question more than anything is the Charlie Kirk one.
We'll jump into that one after too.
Yeah,
I'm just saying.
I think we should do a whole show just on that.
Okay.
We should just leave that one because that one I think is even more blatant.
Yes, I'd agree. We'll put a pin in that one then. But those are my points with the. Also, there is no way, because it was a beautiful picture. It was a great picture, just Trump with his hand up, motherfucker from the ear, this and that. Are you telling me that after a president was shot or shot at, the Secret Service did not basically throw punch this motherfucker and then throw him in a car? Because that's exactly what happens.
Yeah.
There is no time for a president to get up. They basically have permission to chop a motherfucking president in the throat and then armbar him into a car or off stage somewhere. But all of a sudden he's got Thanos strength where he's holding off
I'm so glad you said that. This is right after he gets shot and the Secret Service is moving the press in to get pictures.
The trauma game. So on the one hand, it's wow, yeah, I don't know how anybody can look at this and not just be smacked right in the face by how obvious it is that this is not what any of these people would be doing.
This is correct.
Life or death shooting.
This is correct.
Every single person in the crowd is reacting.
Look at that. There's no way. There's no way.
And he's
that
just
the shooter
standing
was
there.
all clear.
You know, he's just standing there. If it was real, the Secret Service would be fucking dragging him.
That's what I'm saying. Because it's after getting that. You're telling me right now that over the headsets and mics, you're telling me all clear, shooter is gone? No. Well,
No.
we've both been in a service before, and we both understand there is no way that it happens that fast. There's just no way. We have no idea. What I'm saying is, after active contact, we all know you're not getting an all clear from no contact in even 15 minutes.
Yeah, and even if they did say something like the shooter's down, it doesn't matter because you don't know if there's more than one.
Correct. You don't know if there's a second shooter, a third shooter, who in the crowd is a part of it. Also, of the crowd, there's a shot. How are people behind him not scattered? The whole crowd, the bullet went past him.
Yeah,
right?
I'm out of
it nicked him in the ear. How is everyone behind him? There is no way I'm watching an assassination attempt happen and me.
Oh, dude,
not
they're
running.
clapping. Let me rewind it a little bit.
That's what I'm saying.
Look at these
by like
people.
how
They're just up here
obvious it
applauding.
is that
I'm
this
out
is
of there.
not what any of these people would be doing
That's what
in
I'm.
a real life.
When I saw that, that's what made me question it from the get-go. No one is acting like a serious threat has happened. No one. Most of all, the president, the Secret Service, and the people behind him. Look how high the stands are behind him. If the bullet did nick the president in the ear, that means somebody behind him had to have received the shot.
Well, I think it was going left to right. And it was somebody over to the right who got hit. But again, that's just the official story.
True.
I mean,
none of this adds up.
This Ponte guy said, well, the Secret Service handled that wrong on all with like 35 L's.
Huh?
Which is true. They did handle it wrong. And they did have a lady Secret Service member, which is probably an issue. But yeah, I think that's a great point. Like the fact, and I don't know why I never thought, well, no, I had thought about it, but like, let's count it. I want to count how many seconds it is. He is just standing there before they finally get him off the stage.
I don't know how anybody can look at this
Right,
and
he's
not
standing.
just be smacked right in the face by
5
like
seconds.
how obvious it is that this is not what any of these people would be doing in a real life or death shooting scenario. Every single person in the crowd is reacting in a
And how is this Secret
completely
Service guy not kicking these
non-realistic or
fucking press people in
inauthentic
the
way.
face?
Correct. Also,
Like,
rewind
everyone
that. Rewind that.
20 seconds. 20
Hold on.
seconds.
Rewind that. Now, I want you to pay attention to, but you already caught up what I was going to say. But notice how everyone's taking pictures and shit like that. Rewind it, and I want you to pay attention to the police officer that's supposed to be doing near side security.
be doing
that
in a
fuck.
real life or death
Watch the
shooting scenario.
He's looking.
Every single
has
person
no
in the
clue
crowd
what he's
No
is
clue what he's
reacting
doing. No
in a
clue.
completely
And then look, he moves into
non-realistic-
position because he knows. Somehow he knows they're going to leave the damn stage without a cue. Somehow he just like it's.
Oh shit, you just bugged out. You're bugging out. Let me come back in here real quick. But no, I mean, I don't know if you can still hear me. I'll just kind of bullshit. I think you're coming back, but you're still frozen. But Matt said the chick at the car. That's a different video, but she didn't know how to shoulder her weapon, holster her weapon. I mean, yeah, the Secret Service just showed how completely incompetent they were. But like this guy here too. Oh shit, he dropped out again. Give me 1 second, everybody. Let me. The government got him. Yes, they did. We've been talking about too much shit. But I mean, like this guy here, he's got all this tactical shit on. he doesn't seem, I mean, granted, it's you know, one of those things where it's stress of the moment. What do you mean by that? Matthew Ponte, whoever you are. But it's like the stress of the moment. So I don't know. You can't judge the guy that much, but he doesn't give off a presentation that like he has any fucking clue what to do. He just seems like he's trying to be helpful. I don't know. That's the read I get off of that dude. See if Matt could hop back in here real quick.
Life or death shooting scenario. Every single person in the crowd is reacting in a completely non-realistic or inauthentic way. Like everyone just assumes that, like, oh, the
right,
shooter's down, so.
Sorry,
like,
I got too close to the truth again.
That. But,
Yep.
like, why
no,
you would
I was
assume
saying
that, there was
that
only one shooter in the crowd.
Like the dude in the fucking tactical gear. He just seems, which by the way, what upsets me the most is like, let me find a good spot to show it. Look at the dude, look at the gear this guy has.
Yes.
Look at the gear this guy has, and he doesn't have any, it doesn't seem like he has any clues to what he's doing, but he's got 15 grand worth of fucking high speed gear.
Yes.
First off, why does he need a PEC? Why does he need a PEC 15? Like, why does he need a? I can't tell if that's a silencer or a flashlight.
I think it's a flash. It looks like it's a flashlight on the side.
It's daytime. You knew what time this was. I mean, I guess there's something to be said about just having it on your weapon just in case. But either way, it doesn't seem like he has any clue what he's doing.
What any of these people would be doing in a
even to say that the Secret Service are incompetent at the time or whatever the case may be, that just doesn't make sense, because to get to the Secret Service means you're the most competent motherfucker on the planet. Like, to even get there,
or at least supposed to be.
Yeah, to even get there, you have to be. Also, I want to go back to that video.
Okay, give me one second.
This is one of the things that is just, if we're talking about people acting appropriate to their job.
All right, it's a different video, but anyways, it's what I just found, so it'll have to work.
Yeah, go look at the guy on the far left. What the fuck are you doing?
This one?
The dude, yeah, go keep an eye on him. The dude you just had the mouse on, keep an eye on him the entire time, rewind it. And this motherfucker is like, what
I think he's just trying to like make a barrier in case somebody else shot.
There's no way. Look at.
But if that's the case, then why do you have a 5'3" woman?
Yeah. Yes. But look at how he puts his hands. Pay attention to his hands.
Dude, this all seems like they never trained to do this.
Ever.
They trained like 3 times. That was it. And now they have to do it for fucking real, and they're freaking out. That's exactly what's happening.
Yeah. Pause it. Keep it right here. Pause it again. This is one of the shots that made me realize that it was bullshit. Why do they have the president's head for a perfect picture shot, but not protecting his head? This is what are we doing? If you are protecting the president, watch every single other presidential assassination attempt or high value target assassination attempt or even training, and even
their heads
somewhat
pushed
training,
down.
Correct.
Yep.
Yes. No one is touching a head at all. It is a perfect shot. And one of the pictures that he always uses or ran on was this picture right here from under, where it was his head with the fist up and people surrounding him. It's a perfect PR shot, which is what he's all about, is the PR. Not once did anyone try to push his damn head down. Not anyone try to actually do none of that. The most anyone did for his head, when you keep playing the video, the guy I told you to watch, he puts his hand, does a knife hand, like blocking his fucking field of vision. Look, that's about it.
And
it looks like he just won a college basketball game. It don't even look like they're protecting him.
Yeah.
Like, what are you doing? If this was a real shot, you're taking time to move him down the steps. He was also shot in the ear, not the leg. So why is he fucking limping?
Right.
Why are we what are we doing?
And look at this chick over here. She's hiding behind the car.
None of this.
And this guy. I don't get it, man. He's got his shit at the high rate. Doesn't look like he knows what the fuck's going on.
You shouldn't be looking at the president. He's got enough. He's got enough protection. How about you turn the fuck around and look at the crowd?
Yeah. Like, I don't know. I didn't think it was fake when this first happened, but I will tell you, one of the first things I said after that happened, and I saw, the picture with him, I said, oh, he just won the election. He just won the election.
Yes.
This Ponte dude did bring up a good point, though.
I don't know. Let me go to the chat.
He went, he apparently went to see Jimmy Carter at a church, and the old presidents still have Secret Service, and he said they checked everyone's bags, pat down the whole nine. And that's the other thing. How did this dude climb on the fucking roof, was flying a drone around? First off, he looks like a fucking presidential shooter. Like, let me see if I can pull this dude up.
Because he is.
Allegedly.
Yeah. 100%.
Oh, fuck. We can't show that one. I ain't never seen that one before. God damn. That was, yeah, I'd never seen that one before. It was a picture of him after he was shot, and he was for sure fucking dead. Yeah, that right there, he's getting checked.
Yeah, honestly, the way that he looks, he should get checked on many levels.
Yes, anytime he enters a school.
All that. Yeah. The way he looks right now, it looks like a sperm that just kind of grew legs and hair, but just kept the nut. He's just a nut that grew hair, arms, legs, and kind of a chin. That was it.
Yeah. Like that picture right there, and this is not to talk down on people that have Down syndrome, but it gives off real heavy Down syndrome vibes. Did you ever see any of the shit where they said there were no silverware when they went and raided his house?
No.
Yeah. When they went and raided, what was this dude's name? Crooks or something?
No.
Matthew Crooks. Let me see if I can find it.
No silverware. I mean, that's strange, but I don't think it's that strange.
And he was also in a BlackRock ad back in 2023. Like, there's just a bunch of weird shit. But yeah, I remember when it first happened, during the investigation when they were going through his house, and there were videos of it. There were no silverware in the house. That's pretty fucking weird.
I don't know. I don't know if I don't know. No silverware doesn't strike me as that weird. It's weird, but I don't know if I could say it's that weird.
To me, it screams like a plant house. Like, we're going to go fucking investigate this house, leak the video that we searched the house, didn't find anything.
You mean weird in the sense that it adds up too well, not weird that he doesn't have silverware.
Right.
Okay.
Well, I mean, I think that's fucking weird too. Like, he's just munching everything.
Yeah. Okay.
Like, I don't think this is his house.
Okay, I'm on the same page as you then. We're there.
Yeah. Hold on. Let me pull this up. I figured we'd kind of move on. But did you see the 80 seconds getting ready to deploy dudes?
I did see that.
Minutes past the hour. This just in.
I don't know
Orders
what to
have been
make of it.
given
Like
for
they're
the
probably just going to be
82nd
hanging out in
Airborne
Kuwait.
deploy. As
In
of
all
now, the
honesty,
commander and his headquarters
you know,
element,
just
his
kind of like
staff,
I think
will
when
leave soon
Ukraine
for
and
the
Russia
Middle East
kicked
to
off,
begin
they
assessing what will be needed once the target is set.
They're
So
also
that
moving
is the
like
update we have
4,500
for you
Marines on
right
some
now.
expedition.
Alert 42 minutes past the hour. This just in. Orders have been given for the 82nd Airborne to deploy. As of now, the commander and his headquarters element, his staff, will leave soon for the Middle East to begin.
Okay, I don't know. I've been out for a while, but the 82nd Airborne Division's commander, that's abnormal.
It is abnormal. That's exactly what
because I was thinking it was a brigade.
That's what I'm saying. No.
Okay, so if we're talking the whole 82nd Division, we're talking something different.
Now that's what you're watching is kind of what I gathered too. And I didn't watch too much. I didn't dig too deep into it, but I also agree with that. Well, we can just find out right now.
Yeah, you can share stuff too, by the way.
Let's see.
But yeah, I thought I saw something where it was 3,000 troops. But if they're putting the division commander over there, that would make me think it's something bigger than a brigade, or at least that he's going to be in charge of something bigger than a brigade, whether it's the entire 82nd or not. This news article says around 2,000 paratroopers.
That's probably what it is then.
Now, the question is, I mean, who knows? I mean, there's probably 2,000 people in a division command. That's where, because what, you got a brigade, that's probably the brigade division, what do they call it? Division command brigade or whatever. I don't have the terminology right, but you know what I'm talking about?
Are you? No. What are you talking about?
Well, you have like your brigade or your divisional support brigade, where like all your a lot of the command stuff for the brigade is.
I got you. Let me hold on. I'm trying to find out more here.
This Ponte guy said they never put a whole division. I agree too, but it's kind of weird that they sent the divisional commander. All I know is they've been talking about trying to take that Karg Island, which seems like a really fucking bad idea.
Yeah. I think I'm getting the same numbers you're getting. But to go back, what you were saying, yeah, you're talking about their, what the fuck did we used to call it? Sustainment? Like their sustainment.
Yeah, I think that's it.
Well, it could be. I mean, if it was sustainment, I don't see them pushing sustainment forward and not anyone that they would be sustaining.
Yeah, that was my thing too. Whether it's the entire 82nd or if he's going to be in charge of, a brigade from the 82nd, 4,500 Marines, and whatever else, I don't know. I just don't think we're getting out of this shit anytime soon.
No, we're not.
Because they've already been talking about trying to take this Karg Island, which just seems like a suicide mission to me. Like it's this tiny island right next to Iran. Let's just say, let's just for the sake of argument.
All right.
They put 3,000 paratroopers on this island to take it, and then we have full control of the oil. Why wouldn't they just bomb the shit out of the whole island? It's not that big. Like, see if I can go down here for scale, but
it's got to be something.
Well, this line's 2 kilometers. So at most, this island's 2 kilometers wide, let's say 6 kilometers long. I think Iran has enough shit to just blow up the whole fucking island.
You
For real, though. I like to think we're not that dumb.
Okay, why would you give us that credit? Is what I'm gonna say.
I'm just saying I like to think it, but my intuition tells me otherwise, that we are that dumb. I mean, we were dumb enough to go this far. We were dumb enough to think that we could bomb a country as big as Iran into submission.
This is one of my largest issues with the Iran thing. It's just the cover that we're using to go in there. Like, it's
garbage.
Yes, and I don't see how it's not bothering people that we're using such a garbage ass excuse to do this.
I don't know. And I think a lot more people are seeing through it. But I think a lot of it's boomers. Like I think boomers are hook, line, and sinker on the Trump train. Like that age demographic, I don't know what it is, but they don't change their minds.
I don't think so. Because that administrator's already a well-known liar, and it's like they lie about shit we can find out, and they're like, "Oh, our approval ratings are through the roof." God, we can see that they're not, and actually lower than anybody else's that's like kind of ever been lately.
Dude, and that's exactly what Tucker Carlson said. He said he tried to go to President Trump 3 times and tell him not to do this Iran shit. And basically they told him, well, the president's got polls saying that 98% of Americans. He's like, who the hell's in these polls? But the president's just like, yes, the polls sound good. Like,
no. Here's the thing too. How can we? Here's what I don't understand, and maybe you can tell me something that I'm missing. I don't understand how President Trump is still president. This is what befuddled me. Obviously convicted of shit. Just obviously convicted. Also, well-known lie. So it's like I'm just giving facts. Lying like a motherfucker about just shit that you can easily see is a lie. Clearly doing shit that's illegal, just blatantly, and then afterwards people are like, you can't do that, it's illegal. And it's like, oh, okay, like doing things and trying to act against, or let's just say creating laws that can't be created yet, or making things happen without actually finding out if they can happen or not. So what I don't understand is how our checks and balances aren't checks and balancing right now. Like, how is he doing shit, and then our judicial system is like, you can't do that shit. What are we doing? And I just don't understand how it's happening, and he's still president. And I'm not just saying it just because it was him. If it was anybody, any president doing this, I would say the exact same thing. I just don't understand it. And I'll go back to Biden was less so president, and he was more so just kind of in a nursing home state. So let's go president before, like Obama. They wanted to crucify the dude for just a birth certificate. They were like, you don't even have a birth certificate. Rather, it's real or not, whatever. My point is, it was just a birth certificate. Yeah. That's so minor compared to the current president, who's got so much. It's like they were going after a dude with a birth certificate issue more than they're going with a motherfucker that like, yeah, I said that. So what? Fuck him.
Well, that's the scary thing is he's put so many people in power around him to where, and they're in the right spots. Like, let's just
very true.
They tried to have a vote saying, hey, we need the War Powers Act before you do anything else in Iran, or you have to leave. That's the war powers thing. Like, you have to leave within 30 days if we don't vote for it. And then, you know, all his people in Congress voted, no, we don't want the War Powers Act. Let him do whatever the fuck he wants. Like, that's how he's still in there. Like, you got this piece hegseth guy.
Agreed.
He's going to do whatever
what a
Trump
joke.
wants. And then the people who do, like, try to keep him in check, they end up quitting. And then he calls them scumbags, calls them pieces of shit.
Yeah.
You know?
Or he fires them.
Or the people who call him out, like Thomas Massey, probably one of the only good congressmen we have, about not releasing the Epstein files like he said he would, because he's in it 1,400 fucking times. Says he's a traitor and all this shit. But I think all that shit's going to backfire, because I think a lot of people who voted for him have seen through it. Well, I don't know if it's going to backfire, because I'm going to be honest, I'm never voting again. I have no faith in the system at all. Like, I think what's beyond the point of fixing. I don't think you fix it without completely tearing it down and rebuilding it from the ground.
Agreed. Was that Obama got away with it too? I'm not saying he didn't. I preface that. I'm not saying he didn't. I'm not, like I said, like them, hate them, whatever. I'm not saying he didn't get away with his fair share of shit like any other president. I don't know if you've heard it before or not, Ponte, but I was just saying every president has their fair share of shit. And I'm not defending one, nor am I saying one is right. I'm just throwing out there that Obama may have got, even second Bush, may have got away with a bunch of shit. But this just the way he goes about shit is what makes it, to me, that much more worse. Like, at least earlier.
But
go ahead.
Sorry to cut you off, but I don't know. I kind of like that he's more open about it. It doesn't take us 10 years. It doesn't take us 10 years to figure out that he's a piece of shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, it took us a long time to figure out that George Bush was a piece of shit. Lied to us about 9/11. Lied to us, just believed Bibi about WMDs. Was leading a torture program that was torturing people who had nothing to do with it. At least Trump's dumb enough to tell us what he's doing. The problem is we can't do anything about it. That's my opinion.
I'm not, no, and I don't think that's bad either. I do agree with the fact that at least it's blatant out there, we can know. I'm just coming from the pure fact of, if there was any recent president that should blatantly have been, you need to get the fuck out the White House, it's this one. Is all I'm saying. Other presidents may have definitely had some shit too. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying, if there was ever, let's say within the last 10, 15, 20 years or whatever, if there was a president that I could magic wand and say, no, it'll be this one. Just because the other ones, like we were saying earlier, Jay, that at least make me feel good about the lie, or at least be presidential about it. Because they may have been doing shit behind closed doors, but I don't want to see my president just out there bullying and treating other allies like shit. Like, you're just telling the other allies, fuck you, I don't need you. And then you start some shit and like, hey, I need y'all to help me out. And they're like, no, fuck you. And you're like, okay, you guys are losers. Motherfucker, you just treated them like shit for like 2 years. You just said you didn't need them. You're putting tariffs on, like, you just treating your neighbors like, you can't just start some shit and expect people to help you or want to help you after you've done this.
And I think we're seeing that too. You know, he goes to NATO and he's like, we need help clearing the Straits of Hormuz. And everybody was like, yeah, you can go fuck yourself.
Yeah, like, you can't spend almost all of your second presidency alienating us from allies, alienating us from this and that, pulling out of this shit, treating other people like shit, playing a tariff game, this and that, and then starting some shit and going, okay, are y'all going to help me or not? Yeah. No, they're not going to fucking help us. No.
And the thing is we're over there. What are we over there for? To help Israel?
No, you know exactly why.
Here's my thing. I don't give a fuck about Israel. I don't give a fuck. I don't have one Iranian friend. I don't have one Israeli friend. Don't care. We don't need to be over there.
We're over there for exactly what we've been over there for the longest time with anyway. That motherfucking oil.
See, I don't
Like,
think
look at
so.
the Strait of it told us in the first god damn, I can't think of the word I'm looking for, but basically we started the shit, we went over there, and then look at the biggest thing people have been talking about is the damn strait that they want to keep open, right?
Mm-hmm.
And when you look at the reason for that, 20, I looked at it before, 20 to 30% of like our liquefied natural gas is over there. And then what was it? It was like another 30% of like underwater oil or some shit. So that's definitely part of it. If we were over there for Israel and it was just this whole peace thing or whatever, then the strait would have never played a part in it. We wouldn't even give a fuck about the strait.
Yeah.
But for whatever reason,
I think we're over there doing Israel's bidding. That's my personal opinion. I think the Strait of Hormuz has a big thing because I think that's one of those things. If we can take control of that island and whatever pieces of Iran that we need to control that oil supply, then we can charge whatever the fuck we want. And they've already been talking about, moving those types of assets into digital currencies. Who's to say they couldn't be trying to do something that really cuts down on the debt before the elections come up? But
what would be your opinion that we're over there doing their bidding? What do they have on us?
Well, for one, I think they have disgusting blackmail on Trump. I think it's clear that Epstein was a Mossad agent, or at least working with them. And I think that he has to do whatever they say because they got the shit on him that hasn't came out in the files, and he's got to do what they say. I think when Bibi gave him that pager, I don't know if you saw that, but when Trump first took office, Bibi gave him a golden pager as a gift. And if you remember, Mossad blew up all those pagers, had that crazy operations where they rigged a bunch of pagers to blow up a bunch of Hamas.
I don't remember that.
Yeah, it was, you have to look it up. It was a real crazy thing, but I think that was symbolic. Also, I come of this kind of from a spiritual eschatology thing of it. Like, I think, and you can find videos of this, I think there's a lot of Jewish people who think Trump is some type of savior. And I think he thinks that, which is even more scary.
Oh, yes.
Which is even more fucking scary. But I wanted to show this video because we were talking about, we've been talking about how he's not presidential and stuff. Just look at how this dude talks about us shooting down our own planes.
They happen to be our planes, but the pilots made a mishap. They shot down 3 planes with our missiles. They happen to be our planes, but the pilots made it. Can you imagine the pilots making it? The pilots saw what was coming. And they said, those are Patriots. We're not going to escape Patriots. And they got out of there pretty quick, Pete, right? Pretty amazing that they got out.
Yeah, you know what else is amazing is just not shooting down your own fucking planes.
We could probably spend a whole nother episode on this too, but the fact that we have gotten rid of, and this just reminded me, it could be off topic, the fact that we have gotten rid of so many senior military leaders and just replaced them with, in my head, figureheads that just agree with the agenda is a large part of what we're seeing with shit like that, and a large part of what we're going to see in failures of how we're handling foreign affairs and military actions. Because he got rid of there were so many senior leaders that have been fighting.
Mm-hmm.
In my opinion, in politics, I don't want the old man. But
no,
in
and
warfare,
I'm so glad you said that.
I want the old man. And in warfare, give me the old general.
Yep.
And that's
I'm so glad you said that, because I was just going to say that. We have a severe problem in this country with old people running our politics. But my thing is like this Pete Hegseth dude. He's over there fighting a religious war. Like, have you seen the shit where they've said these generals briefed soldiers and said we're fighting to bring back Jesus?
Yeah,
well, I found
Trump
this.
has been chosen by Jesus to fight this war.
Yeah, it's fucking wild, dude. Like, I'm just trying to put myself in the shoes. If I got a brief and somebody was like, we have to do this for Jesus, like,
yeah, I would say no, we don't.
Yeah, but I found this clip. This is a hymn. I don't know where he's at. King David, Jerusalem. He's at some fucking APAC convention. But he's talking about rebuilding the third temple.
And today, Jennifer and I and others had a chance to go see the Western Wall of the Temple Mount, the Western Wall tunnels, so much of the old city. And as you stand there, you can't help but behold the miracle before you. And it got me thinking about another miracle that I hope all of you don't see too far away. Because 1917 was a miracle, 1948 was a miracle, 1967 was a miracle, 2017, the declaration of Jerusalem as the capital was a miracle, and there's no reason why the miracle of the reestablishment of the temple on the Temple Mount is not possible.
Yeah, I don't. He shouldn't be in charge.
He has no business being in the position that he's in right now. No.
And I want to take a step forward. I don't want anybody who thinks like that in charge.
No, the fact, even though I don't think that's what they talked about, but the fact that this dude and had Trump lesson told generals all over the nation, said you better be in fucking Washington, D.C. in like 3 days or whatever the fuck it was. I don't give a shit what you're doing, where you're at. You better be here.
Yeah.
And whatever it was, 3 days, 4 days, the amount of money that probably cost and logistics it probably cost to make that happen, because it was the largest meeting of generals in however long. And the amount of scheduling that probably fucked up, besides the point. Just to, again, I don't think that's all they talked about, but if it was, just to give them his ideal of what the model soldier should look like, and how the fucking and how the America's military is fat and needs to get back to this and that. Been like, guy, that's a power trip. Some of these motherfuckers have been fighting wars since before you were born, or either right when you were born. I don't know how old he is. Let's say he's 40-something. There are some motherfuckers in the army that have been in the army for like 40-something years. There's like generals that have been in the army for like 30, 40 years.
Yeah. Here's my thing, though. I think that is all he had to talk about, because this dude used to be a company commander. Now, if you look at him, does he not look like the type of fucking douchebag that would have a company meeting just to say some shit like that? Because he had one soldier fail, wait and tape.
So he brings everybody in on a Sunday.
A Sunday. No.
Morning.
He does another wait and tape on Sunday. PT's on Saturday.
Yeah, he does, for sure. I can see it, and I also could understand that. I think it's just because of the administration, but I can also see them just using that shit as a cover, and then basically them going, look, we're about to start all types of shit, so I'm gonna need y'all to fucking get it together, because this is getting ready to happen, this is getting ready to happen, and this. And if you're not on board, leave right the fuck now, which is crazy, because a little bit after that, a lot of generals were retiring, leaving, resigning, whatever the fuck case may be. So I don't know if that's coincidence or not, but
that is a great point to make, though, because that's the other thing. I think we're way overstretching ourselves militarily. Like we're fucking around Venezuela, Mexico. Trump's talking about going into Cuba, Iran. Like, what are we doing here? Are we trying to make everybody hate us?
Yes.
Like that does not end good. And this is my real
Yes, we are.
fear. This is my real fear. I worry that we're going to get to a place, and I don't think we would be doing the stuff like they were doing. I don't think that happened. But I would worry we would get to the place where we're kind of in like a Germany situation.
In what sense?
Into where we have a bunch of other countries united against us. And however that ends, I don't know. I mean, it could just be economic. I'm not saying it has to be a war, but I'm worried we're getting to a point to where like we are alienating ourselves by doing this shit.
I wholeheartedly agree. I think we are too. I just the issue for me is what is the end goal plan? We are alienating ourselves, but at the same time, why? For what? We have to believe that there's some plan. We have to believe we have some kind of plan to make that happen. You know what I mean? Like we can't. I don't see us just coming up with something like going, fuck it. If we're alone, we're alone. There has to be some thought process in like why we think we don't need it.
Right. This isn't a Woodrow Wilson isolationist thing either. This is we're gonna fuck with everybody.
Yeah. Yes.
Like this is an isolationism. Ponte says China. Here's the thing though. Like we're in a situation to where we can't help Taiwan. They could go there, take that, and they have all those chip manufacturers. We can't do nothing about it.
No, we can't do. We're so spread thin, and our military is in such bad shape that, in my opinion, they don't know it, or maybe they do know it, and they're just being smart about it. I hope. But if China were to tag team us with Russia, or just kind of by themselves, we would be fucked now.
We're cooked. Yeah. But I mean, we have a discombobulator though. Did you see that?
What you mean?
Did you see the discombobulator?
No.
Okay, I'll show you. This is actually amazing. So you remember when we hit Venezuela, they said we used some weird weapon that basically shut her. Yeah, Trump says that we used the discombobulator. Here, I'll play it.
What's the weapon, the discombobulator?
Discombobulator. I'm not allowed to talk about it. Let me just tell you, you know what it does? None of their equipment works. That's what it does. Everything was. It was my name. I'm very proud of the name. Everything was discombobulated.
That's a terrible fucking name. That is an old ass dude name. What if we call it a discombobulator? Get the fuck out of here.
The discombobulator sounds like some shit that we ordered from Acme, is what that shit sounds like. Like we got it from Acme Inc. and the fucking Roadrunner is the motherfucker that we're trying to get.
I feel like this weapon is way less cool than we think, because I'm thinking of just like fucking Stranger Things sound waves, and they're just shutting people down to where their blood's boiling. But I feel like it's nothing nowhere near. Discombobulator has to be a crazy weapon.
It's just a big ass fan and just makes a noise and it just
Yeah.
fucks you up a little bit.
It's just a bullhorn.
That's it.
That's an amazing name. Strikes fear into the enemy's souls. Absolutely not. If I hear discombobulator, I'm automatically going to assume they have a 1940s Mickey Mouse gun that just shoots loud sounds.
Yeah. Here comes the discombobulator.
Yeah. Yeah, it sounds like something you have to yell for them to bring up. Like it's a siege engine. Bring up the discombobulator.
Yeah, it's literally just the wolf's head with a big ass air blast in it.
Yeah.
The that's what they tested it on President Biden, and it just fucked him up permanently. He's just permanently discombobulated.
Yeah, that's why they had to fucking put robot skin on him. Or
no,
his skin on her.
The robot skin belongs. It's on the first lady. They walk the same, built the same.
That's true. That what I thought the exact same thing, but you said it was like they're walking the fucking same.
Yes, she is one of those robots.
All right, I think this will probably be one of the last things we touch on, but I think this is just another one of those things that, like, it's a clear sign that this war in Iran is not fucking over. Did you see they raised the enlistment age?
I'm so glad I'm not a drill sergeant anymore.
42-year-old dudes.
Dude, how can I sit there with a drill hat? Hey guys, and this dude's just sitting there.
He just wants to know what his 401k is.
This dude's just trying to ask for it. All right, privates, check it out. Are there any fucking questions at this moment in time? And this is motherfucker. Yes, drill sergeant. Do we I don't know how to put my weapon back together. All right, ask wipe, we'll fix it. And you just got the guy in the back. Yeah, I was looking at our benefits, and I noticed our. Yeah.
But the fucked up thing is that's the questions all of them should be asking.
Yeah, I was looking at our benefits, drill sergeant, and I was wondering if there's a way to go back up there. I think they messed them up. I need to go to MEPS. You can't go back to MEPS, guy.
This Ponte dude wants us to talk about FLOTUS, the First Lady's claim to Russia. How about we just do that on a different episode? We're 2 hours in.
Why? First of all, where is this coming from? She's not going to get fucking... We don't have to spend an episode on it. I can tell you right now, she's not getting fucking Russia. There ain't no claim. There you go, Ponte. I'm not wasting 2 hours on some fake rule to Russia.
Yeah, why can't you just enjoy the fucking conversation?
Putin's been in charge of that bitch forever, and he's always going to be. That's just...
Great-grandfather and great-great-grandfather.
I'm well aware. The point is this. She's not getting that shit. If we're...
You don't think they have a line of succession? You think if Putin just dies, they're like, Melania's up. Fuck. We lost the country.
Yeah, no.
Not now, you fucking putz. You were the one who was just demanding that we talk about it.
Yeah. Talking about some right to rule for great-grandfather and great-great-grandfather.
Oh, shit. I didn't even read this. Removes waiver for marijuana possession. Why don't they just make it legal? Like, it's weed. Are we still kicking people out for weed? Ironically, I know we are because I kicked a soldier out for weed around the same time I did, and he got a better discharge than me. It hits hard. But my concern with this is no 42-year-old man is joining the fucking army. He would retire at 62. That's only 3 years earlier than he would retire with a normal fucking job. The only reason you would do this is if you think you need to draft people. I'm not a pothead. I was drugged one time by my sister, and that's the only time.
Could you imagine? Could you imagine a 42-year-old private in Iran when shit gets hot? Like, let's just say Iran pops off.
You can't tell him anything.
Like 2004 Iraq. And then you got this 42-year-old PFC that you're just... And his squad leader is a fucking 22-year-old staff sergeant.
You can't... Even if he's a 30-year-old staff sergeant, you can't tell that guy a fucking thing. Dude, this guy wants us to look up fucking documents that tell us the end game plan for it all.
No, you do it. You do it.
Yeah. What are you talking about?
You have to.
He wants us to look up this fucking scroll from the 1700s that apparently says Melania Trump has the right to Russia.
This dude he's a doomsday prepper with a specific doomsday that Melania runs Russia and then just comes back.
What are you talking about? We're talking about real shit here, and he's like, this is the big news. The fucking big news is Melania Trump is going to take over Russia with
It's
her
gonna
robot
take over-
army.
Yeah. Yeah. The robot army runs on vodka.
Yeah. We have to take it or it's unsuccessful. Dude. I don't know.
He said
I'm sick of
42.
Yeah.
That's crazy. That's old as fuck.
I'm 32 and there's
I
no
could not
fucking shot.
I could not imagine.
The
Come here,
problem
come
is-
here, BFC, get the fuck, take that heel. And this dude's back and knees. He joined the army with a bad back and knee. And now this dude's humping around a rucksack in Iran.
Yeah. And the problem is no sane 42-year-old would do this. Like no 42-year-old who's worked a few jobs, has a 401k, has a family, who really thinks about it and does research would ever join the army.
No. Why? But yeah, why?
You're only
You
going to
would-
get crazy dudes who are like $30,000.
They would have to be at the bottom of rock bottom.
Yeah,
Like at the
exactly.
bottom of rock. Like I'm telling
You're
like
going to get divorced dads.
Divorce, kids already grown, cars fucked up. They have no real plan. Their benefits are shit already. That's the ones that are joining. They're like, bro, I'm not gonna lie to you. I just joined for the chow hall. I'm just fucking hungry.
He joined for the food. Oh fuck no! What would you do if you're a drill sergeant and one of these dudes said, "I thought the food looked pretty good."
I would probably look at him, but in my head I would be like, fuck, this dude is it's a goddamn shame. He might be one of the dudes. He might be one of the recruits that I turn a blind eye to when he's eating like extra shit. I'm like, this dude is really in the struggle right now.
Hey,
he's
he
just
might
over
be
there-
a great soldier. If the
he's over
only
there
thing
just-
he's worried about is food,
eating the fuck out of raw chicken. He's over there like slurping peas through a straw. He's just like, this shit's fucking,
eating a cold MR, he's like, "This is fucking good shit."
this shit slaps, drill sergeant. This shit slaps.
Yeah.
First of all, you're 42. Stop saying this shit slaps. Second of all,
He's trying to use all the kid terms.
Second of all, you can warm that shit up, sir. He's so old the drill sergeant's calling him. He's so old the drill sergeant's calling him, sir. Excuse me, Mr. Matthews, do you mind?
That's the thing. I don't know why they would do this. Okay, even if you're down on recruiting, no 42-year-old wants to join, and nobody wants a bunch of 42-year-olds to join.
No. Be like, there's no way.
I didn't see that. Ponte said they made something. It's easier for prior service guys to come back. A 2-year contract instead of 4. Yeah, we're going to war. 2-year contract. Yeah, you're going to fucking war. I remember when before I joined, like when I was in high school, they were offering short contracts like that, but you were guaranteed to go to a deploying unit. Imagine you're 42 years old and you're like, oh, I'll give it 2 years. I'll give it a fucking shot. Then you're fucking parachuting into Tehran.
Right out of fucking basic. You just
Yeah,
you graduate and
They just pulled your wisdom teeth.
And you go to basic training and the fucking Bluebirds take you to a C-130 on the tarmac at Fort Benning and you're just flying straight to fucking Iran.
Yeah.
No leads, nothing. You're getting R5 right out of basic.
Oh my God. They're giving you ACU IOTVs still. You guys.
They ran
make
out of shit already. Yeah. They're just
Yeah.
like, look, bro. It's just blood-stained ACU shit.
Fuck me. You don't get a bivy sack. They only have one of the neck pads. They don't have the back one.
No, they only give you a bivy. They don't give you like a
They have no whoobies, not even
No
the woodland
whoopies,
ones.
no whoopies, no motherfucking sleeping bags, just a bivy. You'll get one in country.
Who is he saying we need leaders about? Was he talking about the 42-year-old guys coming in?
I don't know. They changed. Oh, Petite Boy gave a talk. Who the fuck is Petite Boy?
I think he's me and Petey Boy, as in Pete Hegseth.
Petey Boy gave a talk on it. We need leaders. So what? The 42-year-old is just going.
We're going to promote them to sergeant.
They get 42-year-old CEOs. They're just making fucking sergeant majors.
They have factory experience.
You know the old saying.
That's what we need.
From the street to the seat for pilots is from the street to the fucking command table for like 42-year-olds.
He's saying no prior service. You said fucking Petey Boy, you goober. We can't. Dude, this guy is hard to decipher.
You forget who he's talking to. Yeah,
I don't know who I'm talking to.
He's giving cold.
Yeah. All right. It's been about 2 hours, but this was great. I don't know. I think we got to figure it out. We got to figure out if you want to come on next time. We got to figure out what we're going to talk. I think we could do like a whole episode on the Charlie Kirk shit. Like, I got a whole list of shit we didn't get into. More of like the kind of like eschatological shit when it comes like this Israel-Iran war, which is what I think is happening. But maybe Matt will be out of jail. Should I bring that up again just to show people?
Bring what up?
Just kind of show them, just kind of show them again, kind of what we're dealing with the whole Matt situation, not being a part of it.
Oh, well, yeah, it's important. Remember, I was just a guest co-host because you're co-host.
But I might need you to step in full time. I mean, I don't
show the people.
Yeah, you're right. Let me pull it up here.
Oh no, you definitely want to see this. Whoever you are, Matthew Ponte 2890.
All right, let me pull it up just so people know what we're kind of dealing with here. Again, we don't know what's going to happen. It could be something he can get out of. They do think he might have. They might give him some leniency due to his fake disorder. This has gotten him out of a lot of stuff. I know the guy personally. He would use this autism claim to get out of work a lot and work for him. So who's to say it doesn't work now?
I don't think it should work, honestly.
I don't know, because the nuns are never going to be the same. They're already handicapped.
Yeah, you can't be double handicapped, honestly.
No.
What's crazy is
double
handicapped. What's crazy is I read the report, and that's not even. This is allegedly, but that's not even his real beard. It's like a bunch of like animals' dick hairs or some shit that he just like glued around his mouth or something like that, or maybe it's his own.
And here's the crazy thing. I know you didn't see the first stream because it wasn't exactly planned, but he got drunk and he was messaging me saying, "We made it. We're big time." And he got hammered and then did this shit. Unbelievable.
Unreal.
Anyways, we got to figure out our schedule, but and what we're going to talk about next time. I think the Charlie Kirk thing would be fun. Hopefully Matt can join us, but if not, yeah, this was good.
Let me know.
I will. All right. For the 3 people watching, this autistic idiot, Matthew Ponte, Stuart White, whoever the fuck that is, whoever the third person is, appreciate you guys watching. I'll talk to you guys later. Again, thanks, Mac. Appreciate it.